Let's get ready because it's retrieval time. Yes. Good morning, and happy Monday. It is pre-retrieval blood work. My retrieval is scheduled for tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. and it is currently 7:10. And I have a doctor's appointment at 7:45, so we will be going upstairs in a few minutes. It's number one, it is 39 degrees outside. Disrespectful weather. Because mind you, 2 days ago, it was 90 degrees, okay? So the fact that it's 39 degrees right now, this is disrespectful. Like, why? But I am at the doctor's office. As you can tell, I already took all of my press-ons off, or my nails off, or whatever you want to call. Whatever, I took them off because it is a requirement from my clinic. I'm not saying anybody else, but my clinic specifically, it is a requirement that you do not have any acrylics or press-ons or anything in your nails. So I took all my press-ons and the nail polish from my toes off. I also, the only thing that I have left to remove, it is my earrings and my wedding ring. But that will be tomorrow once we come in for retrieval. We are doing a quick scan today and also a quick blood work just to make sure that everything is going according to plan. And then I will be on my way. I'll wait for the call. And I will wait for pre-retrieval instructions for tonight. So let's go ahead and head upstairs, try to see if we can get in and out quick, because it's nothing crazy today. So let's see if we can get in and out, and then I can be on my way. So I'll see you later. This is pre-retrieval. We are at the office for checkup. Let's see what happens today. Okay, so I am out of the doctor's office. Actually, I am already on my way home. That was the quickest visit ever. Thankfully, everything looks good. Everything looks right on track. They did say to wait for a call from my nurse later on today to give me further instructions on what the rest of my day is going to be looking like. And I am here for it. I'm actually very excited and happy. I just want to get it over with. Honestly, I don't have like super high hopes like last time. This time I'm going in neutral. If we have a good successful round, I am here for it. But besides that, I don't really want to put too much emphasis on, because last time I had a disappointment, and this time I don't want to have that. So yeah, pretty much that's basically what I'm trying to do. Keep my mind busy, not think about much else. I am craving a gigantic rice, cheese, and beans burrito from Taco Bell. And I'll probably tell my husband to get me that later on today. So as of right now, that's all I have as an update. I'm not doing big prep like last time. I remember last time for my retrieval, I prepped like a gigantic hospital bag, as if I was gonna be staying at the clinic for like days, and I was there maybe for like 2.5 hours. So this time around, I am really only going to be wearing very comfy clothes. I will be packing an additional pair of underwear, just and socks. That's it. Because last time I remember I packed like an overnight clothes, like underwear, socks, like toothbrush, like I mean like a whole hospital bag. Okay. And this time around I'm honestly not doing any of that, because number one, why did I pack so much crap that I didn't even use? Mind you, last time I even brought my laptop. Like, I was on full like my mental set that I was going to be like staying at the hospital or at the clinic for like days. And then again, last time it was just my first egg retrieval ever, so I had no idea what I was going in for. So this time around, I really do have an idea of what it actually invokes to do an egg retrieval through IVF. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on today for updates and the next step to follow prior to retrieval. So okay, let's get this hair situation under control. Let's straighten my hair. I got the call from the doctor's office, continue the protocol that they assigned right now, and that they will see me tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for retrieval. So let's get to it. It's pre-retrieval night. I just got back from dance. My dogs are outside and I am about to go upstairs, take a shower, because I have to get up at 5 in the morning, because at 6 o'clock I have to be on my way to the clinic. And you guys know that it's an hour drive. So my husband is going to get home by 5:55, he said, so that we can head out. So let's go ahead and start prepping for tomorrow. Okay, so I just took a shower. I'm ready to go to bed. I shave every single part of my body because that is also a requirement from the clinic. And then I am trying to decide what I'm gonna be wearing. Like, I'm going to a fashion show. I'm probably going to be wearing a t-shirt with a sweater because it's going to be in the 30s in the morning when I leave, and more likely an oversized pants or sweatshirt, or you know what I mean. So I just realized that I have the perfect outfit, so why am I even fighting what I'm gonna be wearing? And just like that, I had an epiphany. I put everything else that I had gotten out of the closet, and I put what I'm gonna be wearing to the side. Gray sweatpants, gray and yellow sweatpants, a yellow jacket, and a brown t-shirt, brown tank top. That's more than enough. That should be good enough for me. I'll see you in the morning. Oh God. Good morning. Just got ready for retrieval. To say that I am nervous, it is an understatement, but we have to get things done because there's no other way around IVF and retrieval time after doing stims for 11 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower and get dressed, and I'll be back. I just want to get it over with at this point, honestly. I am done getting ready. This is exactly how we're looking. We're not doing anything extra. I am tired. Sweatpants, jacket, oversized t-shirt, and Uggs. It is 38 degrees outside. I'm not going to a fashion show. I'm going to sit in a table and hope for the best when it comes down to my eggs. coffee this morning, so let's go get my bag ready downstairs. I am ready. This is the bag that I'm taking. Do I believe that I need everything that's in this bag? Absolutely not. Am I taking it regardless? Yes. I mean, there's really nothing out of the ordinary here, but let me show you what I have in this bag. Hey Tarzan, say hi. So first and foremost, I have my iPad. Then I have my wallet. In the middle compartment, I have a notepad, a pen, hand sanitizer, and then in this little handy dandy bag, I have deodorant, an extra pair of underwear, another hand sanitizer. I'm not gonna show you exactly. I have deodorant, underwear, hand sanitizer. I have hand cream, 2 pads, and 2 feminine wipes, and a lipstick, just in case. But again, that's really all that there is for me to do the retrieval. So let me finish leaving my house in order, and I'll be back to you guys. Oh, and I am taking a recording device, but I am actually taking my glasses this time. I'm not taking anything else. Javier is home, so let's take these things off and start putting Tarzan away so that we can head out. All right, let's go face our future and hope for the best outcome. So let's go. We are waiting to be transferred back in for our retrieval. I'm waiting for them to come get me already. I already feel a little bit drowsy. And yeah. I'm ready for my nap. It's time. Best nap ever. Take it easy.
But and I guess the computer and that was just helpful, but they're different files, so I'm just trying to make sure it's the same. You didn't write that?
And waiting for Javier to get back.
So resourceful you are.
And waiting for the doctor to tell me how many eggs we got.
You're back there, you're sitting, just kind of on there.
A few moments later.
Tarzan, would you please move? Just sit, okay? Sit. Welcome back to post retrieval. It is currently 3 p.m. It has been a few hours since we had our retrieval done this morning. After the retrieval, I was still loopy and I was in and out due to the anesthesia. I went into the OR at around 8 o'clock and I was out of the OR by like 8:40, so it did take a while this time. However, the results or the outcome of our retrieval didn't really get better this time around. I mean, last time we had 1 egg. This time around, we were able to retrieve 2. Now, mind you, going into the retrieval, we knew that we only had 5 eggs because they did a scan and they only saw 5. However, when they did the actual retrieval itself, we only had 2. Now we just have to hope for the best and hope that our 2 little eggs make it to blastocysts. I will be getting my first report tomorrow to let me know whether or not our eggs fertilize and mature. I'm really hoping that this time around they did. I mean, last time our 1 little egg did fertilize, did mature, and it just hit plateau on day 2. This time around, we changed our protocol. We added Omnitrope, which is kind of like a helping kind of mechanism to assist with growing, or kind of like an energy battery pack kind of thing. That's what my doctor calls it. Maybe to push our little embryos or our little follicles or little eggs to maybe reach blastocysts. I don't even know what to say. I do remember saying earlier today that I was going into the retrieval with not that much hope, and yet here we are again with not that much hope. All I can do right now is just leave it in God's hands and wait for that first email or call from the embryologist team tomorrow morning, and we will be able to determine whether or not we will be continuing the next step, which it will be, if we get a blastocyst, it will be freezing our embryos and then starting protocol for our EFT. But we just have to leave everything in God's hands as of right now. Literally, all I have been doing is just sleeping either here in this couch or in our game room. That is where I have been the whole day, literally, since I got home. Luckily, my oldest daughter stayed home today with my youngest son, and she took care of the house. My husband cooked, so I haven't had to do anything at all. I am not in pain, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not in pain. The anesthesia has officially gone already overboard. Like, I don't feel any of the side effects. So now we just sit and wait. So I will see you tomorrow for an update on our 2 little eggs to advise whether or not they mature. So stay tuned. Good morning, good morning. It is day 1 post egg retrieval, and I just got a message from the clinic and I wanted to open it with you guys. And let's go and see what this says. since I have a new message. It says, "Hi Zona, just wanted to check in with you today following your egg retrieval and see how you're feeling. It was very common to have some mild cramping, spotting, bloating, or fatigue. Please continue to rest today, stay well hydrated, and take it easy on your body. We are continuing thinking of you and hoping you are resting. You will be receiving a call later on from our embryologist team with an update about your eggs." Okay, so that's not the message that I was waiting for, but I appreciate my personalized RN sending me a message just to check up on me. So I guess I'll see you guys in a bit when I get the message that I'm actually waiting for. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so day 1 update. I just got the call. Thank God. I don't know whether to cry now, scream, or hold it in until next week. However, as I was letting you guys know yesterday, we did have 2 eggs that were retrieved. Out of those 2 eggs, both of them mature and both of them fertilized. And they said that both of them fertilized normally, meaning that they had no issues whatsoever when being fertilized. And now we just have to wait for them to grow and develop, and hopefully we will have 2 little embryos to be able to transfer sometime in June. So as of right now, this is the update for today. They said that the next update day will come either Monday or Tuesday of next week, and that is when they will let me know how we are going to proceed. So I will see you in about 4 days to give you the last update for IVF round number 2.
3 days later.
Hey. So it's day 4 since the retrieval, and we still have not gotten an update. They said Monday, so we're just gonna wait. But I'm dying to know whether or not we were successful this time around. I'm really hoping that we were. We will be hearing back from the clinic on Monday, and then on Monday, depending on when they say, we will go back to either for a cycle evaluation, or we will go for a cycle FET prep or FET transfer in the future. Like, we have to figure it out, but I'm still hoping and praying. I mean, last time around day 3, they had let me know already that the embryos had not reached blastocysts past day 2. So I'm really hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that this time around, since they have taken forever to answer me, it's a good sign. So let's keep on going through the week, and I'll see you Monday for the final update. Fingers crossed. I just received a message from the clinic. It is currently Sunday, and sadly it looks like our embryos are stuck in day 4. So they have not reached blastocysts, and today is day 5. They should have already reached blastocysts. They will be keeping an eye out on them, and they will be giving me the final, I guess, update on Tuesday. But as of right now, it's not looking very good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap up this update here, because I want to go ahead and I want to sit in a corner and cry a little bit more. It took a lot of courage for me to sit here and record this right now, because I have really high hopes. But obviously, life has different plans. Yeah, I will keep you guys updated. So I'll see you Tuesday.
6 hours later.
Hi everybody. Just taking some time to debrief. So as you guys know, we were waiting on our final embryos update, and it had all been great until Saturday. Then yesterday we got a message that our embryos were not really looking that well, and that, you know, we were really, like, I guess you could say, hoping for a miracle. They have reached day 4, but they had not like fully developed for day 4, so they didn't reach the full, I want to say, they didn't reach the full blastocyst in order to be viable for transfer, which means that sadly our second IVF cycle, or round, or whatever you want to call it, it failed once again. I'm not going to cry, because I already did that throughout the whole morning. As a matter of fact, when they called me, it was around, like, I want to say it was like 9:30 in the morning, and I knew for a fact that it was bad, because usually they will call me in the afternoon to let me know that, you know, it was that the embryos had reached the blastocyst. They will have called me in the afternoon, because they had said, when I spoke to them last time, they had said we will reach out to you by Monday 4 p.m. Like, you will, you know, be hearing from us, or you will be hearing from your nurse. And when I got the call that I answered the phone, it wasn't my nurse, it was one of the embryologists. And luckily my husband was there with me, and I just shattered into a million pieces, because as you guys know, this time around IVF has really been like a struggle for me, to the point where at this very moment I don't even know if I want to continue doing IVF, because of how much it has taken away from me. I do have an appointment with my doctor in 3 weeks, and we're going to do what is called a cycle review, to see what went wrong, what could we have changed, and to speak about, you know, if we were to do a 3rd cycle, what would the new protocol look like what are the chances of, you know, our embryos actually reaching blastocysts, besides the fact that during this cycle I was diagnosed with low AHM, which, you know, basically is that I don't really have a big egg reserve, which makes it even more sad. When I spoke to the embryologist today, she said that the final count for the retrieval was they retrieved 5 follicles. Out of the 5, 2 were fully mature and fertilized, and those 2 were the last one surviving, but sadly they got stuck on day number 4, so therefore they were not viable for transfer because they did not reach full blastocyst by day 5. So yeah, I spent the whole morning crying. I sat down with my husband, we had a talk, but again, I am not going to be making any decisions right now. Like, I'm going to probably take a few months off to heal. I need to heal not only emotionally but internally. I feel that this time around, after the egg retrieval, it has been the hardest on me. I'm 7 days post egg retrieval and I am still fully bloated. I still have a lot of sharp pains in my stomach, and yet here I am thinking about a possible 3rd round, which is not, it's not definite yet, because again, if we were to do a 3rd round, every single expense will be out of pocket, because my insurance, I already reached the limit for coverage, so everything else will need to be like out of pocket for me. And the medications are extremely expensive. Like, I told you guys that medications wise are very expensive. I told you guys that we spent $6,000 in medications this cycle, and that was a lot of money. Like, I'm not even kidding, that was a lot of money for us. At this point, we have drained almost all of our life savings doing IVF for a maybe baby, which a lot of people will not understand. They'll be like, oh my god, like, why are you doing this? Like, you already have kids. It's not like you don't have any kids. And what people do not seem to understand is that I am doing this journey because this was something that God put for me and for my husband. He put it in our thoughts. He put it in our he gave us a vision, and that is exactly what we are doing. My husband, he said that maybe if we do a 3rd round if we do a 3rd round, maybe it will be our lucky round. But who knows? I'm not not fully committed yet. I do have to sit down with the doctor and like talk to her and ask many questions, because I want to be seen. Like, I want to be heard, because I want her to address all of the concerns that I currently have, not me just jumping into a 3rd cycle of IVF hoping for a better outcome, and then we don't address issues that have been currently happening, and then we end up with the same results, and that will be devastating for me. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys the last final update that we received from the embryologist today. Like I said, I already scheduled an appointment for a cycle review with my doctor in 3 weeks, and I believe it's in office, but I'm not really sure. So I will try to blog that process of how the cycle review will work, but I'm not like 100% sure. And yeah, it's gonna take me some time to heal, and just to honestly get over the fact that IVF it is mentally draining me once again. And this time around, we not only lost one, but we actually lost two of our babies. And I feel that I don't want to keep losing any more of my kids. I know a lot of people might say, oh my God, those are not even your kids. Like, they weren't even, you know, they weren't there. Like, they're not real. But to me, they were, because they were inside of me. They developed. They just didn't reach the stage to where they can be transferred or viable for a transfer. But I know that is a very touchy topic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that, because I really don't want to get go into depth in regards to that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog here. I just wanted to give you guys the update once again, and hopefully if we decide to do a third round of IVF, hopefully we will have a better outcome. Otherwise, we will be, if we decide to do a third round of IVF and it is the same results as round 1 and 2, we will finally be putting IVF to rest, because we can no longer keep spending this much money for a maybe baby. But until next time, I will see you guys when we have our cycle review, guys. Bye.